cannot take this anymore. Saying everything I've said before. All these words, they make no sense. I find bliss in ignorance. Less I hear, the less you say. You'll find that out anyway. Just like before. Everything you say to me takes me one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. I need a little room to break, 'cause I'm one step closer to the edge. I'm about to break. I find the answers aren't so clear. Wish I could find a way to disappear. All these thoughts, they make no sense. I found bliss in ignorance. Nothing seems to go away. Over and over again. Just like before. Everything you say to me takes me one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. I need a little room to break, 'cause I'm one step closer to the edge. I'm about to break. Everything you say to me takes me one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. I need a little room to break, 'cause I'm one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break.
Ladies and gentlemen, what we have for you tonight is 2 matches. The first one being 2 debuts. 2 great debuts. It's going to be Simba the Great versus Chris Davidson. It's going to be their first time in action here in AWE. And next up, we're going to have a number 1 contenders triple threat for Henry Mac's AWE World Championship between D4, King Neon, and Nick Alexander. Let's hop into it.
I move with the elegance of an African elephant.
And here comes Simba the Great. Looks very confident coming into this match.
Come on, let's go!
He is well aware that it is both of their debut matches, and he wants to make his impact here in AWE. As you see the agility of Simba the Great. This guy is ready to go. Now next out, we're going to have Chris Davidson. And not much is known about this guy. He has never made an appearance here on AWE TV or on Next Level.
Nothing ever comes without a consequence of cost, tell me.
So this is the first that you will see of Chris Davidson. It does look like he's ready for action, however. He looks like he's ready to get down to business. Now Simba the Great staring him down. We have seen Simba the Great in action, as last week he did take down the newly crowned AWE World Champion, Henry Mac. And here's a stare down. I mean, I'm very ready for this match. I'm ready to see what these 2 new young talents will do. And there's the clap, and this match is underway. They lock up. Gonna get a look at who's the stronger of these 2 competitors here, as they have a test of strength. Kick to the gut by Chris Davidson. Nice knee to the midsection there by Simba the Great. Throws him down. Goes for the back suplex. There's the backflip. Lands on his knees. Misses the kick. Nice clothesline there by Simba the Great. Got some nice action here in their first match here in AWE. Straight right hand from Chris Davidson. What could he be going for here? Nice snap suplex there by Chris Davidson. Simba the Great, pretty aware for a newcomer, but Chris Davidson not going to let him get away that easily. Gives him a straight right punch. There's a chop from Simba the Great. Forearm smash to the back. Oh my goodness, he could have just broken his nose right there on the side of the ring. He may have. He looks very furious. Throws Simba the Great back in the ring. Maybe trying to allow himself to check his nose, make sure it's not broken. There's a nice spear.
1, 2.
And he kicks out at 2. Keep in mind, we have never seen the moves of either one of these competitors. So as we watch this match, we're going to get to see the movesets of these two superstars. I think Chris is more of a brawler.
Are you not entertained?
Than I would say Simba the Great is. I don't know if he got all of that knee strike, but he did get all of that one. Wrenches the arm. There's a nice bulldog by Simba the Great. He's fired up. He wants Chris Davidson to get up, stomp to the back. Said it's stupid. I guess he doesn't think he should have to be in the ring with somebody of inferior skill. Or at least that's what he's thinking. There's a nice kick. Keep in mind, he is wearing boots, so that delivers a lot of impact. Simba the Great staggering on the outside. There's a nice chop. You heard that one. Rattling the chest of Chris Davidson. They're back outside the ring. This is the second time they've been outside. They really want to leave their mark on AWE and get the first win in their column.
You think he can challenge me?
And we will be having a commercial break for the first time ever in AWE history. We got some merchandise we'd like to advertise. There's a chop. Get some updates on what's going on in AWE, what's coming up.
All the whispers turning your mind. They're the wolves nipping at your heels, trying to drag you down when the light is gone. Yeah, now winter is coming. She plays on your soul. Watch how they're mocking, ready to fall, and the pulses are pounding to the sound of the drum. If you finally had enough, turn your fist to the sun. It's time to raise your voices and become one. And now winter is coming, she's praising us all. Watch how they're mocking, ready to fall. Our voices are pounding to the sound of the drum.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. While you were gone, Simba the Great managed to take control of this match, but Chris Davidson is fighting out here, fighting back. Nice knee strike right there by Chris Davidson. Both of these men have given it their all in this matchup. There's a spine buster by Chris Davidson. Both of these men are fatigued. 1, 2. There's a 2 count kick out. Chris Davidson's starting to get frustrated.
3. That was a 3 count. It was the 2 count.
Getting frustrated with the referee. Simba the Great going to take advantage. Throws him down. Hit to the back. There it is. Smashes the leg into the mat.
You want to count to 3? 1, 2.
Oh my God, just an assault on that right leg of Chris Davidson. He's in agonizing pain. Works his way into the single leg Boston Crab here. A lot of pressure being applied to that lower back and every tendon in that leg as you see him trying to scramble and fight out of this hold. Gets to the ropes. Simba the Great finally lets go of the hold.
Oh God. Oh God. Get away from me. Get away.
Telling the referee to get away. Chris Davidson going to take advantage of that distraction by the referee. Sliding elbow strike by Chris Davidson. Nice forearm smashes to the face by Chris Davidson here. Starting to take control. Simba the Great trying to get back to his feet. Nice knee to the midsection there. What is this? The Uranagi from Chris Davidson goes for the cover.
1, 2. Rope break.
Foot is in the ropes. You could not have picked a worse time to pin him near the ropes right there. Gotta have more awareness than that on Chris Davidson's part. Going right back to that right leg. Trying to ground his momentum and nice kip up there. Trying to make a comeback of some sorts. They lock up. Side headlock there. Again, misses the back suplex. A lot of contact there. Nice clothesline there by Simba the Great. This could be his opening. He's getting frustrated with how long this match has gone on. Oh my God, catches him with the knee right to the face. Picks him up, fireman's carry.
This is it.
What's he going for? Oh my God, puts him right on his face. We've never seen that move here in AWE. Hooks the leg.
2, 3.
And he gets the 3 count. Your winner is Simba the Great. What a match these two competitors just put on in their first ever match in AWE. Well, one of these days we're going to look back on this match and we're going to say 2 of the greatest competitors ever in AWE debuted against one another and had one hell of a match. And I think Simba the Great has a lot of respect for Chris Davidson after that hard-fought battle. Hard hitting, both of them sweating profusely. It's kind of gross. Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived to your main event on AWE Next Level. Now D4 and King Neon have made their way to the ring. And here comes Nick Alexander, the Bulletproof. He's got a new theme song, new attire, new attitude. He really believes that he will go on to face Henry Mack for that AWE championship at Odyssey. as D4 and King Neon watch him walk to the ring with intensity that really have to be experiencing some sort of butterflies, but maybe they're over there formulating a plan to put him down. Maybe they're saying, hey, we get this guy, take him out of the equation, and we can just worry about us. Either way you slice it, all three of these competitors, three of the best here in AWE. Last week, D4, King Neon had match of the week. Both of them had great showings. Nick Alexander made it to the second round against D4, Henry Mack, and Luna Tank to fight for that belt.
Let's get it.
Now, he did get put out by D4 as well with the Sweet Dreams backbreaker, and he's probably hoping that he doesn't have that same fate here today. As King Neon and D4, maybe they were formulating a plan earlier. As they hit a nice double back suplex. Here they go, they're going to lock up. As they did a week ago. These two put on a great show last week. But ultimately it was D4 who came out on top. Don't know if he's strong enough to try to go for that maneuver on King Neon. He's staggering. Shoulder block there. King Neon just showing his strength. D4 showing his resiliency. There's a clothesline. I bet his arm's tingling really badly after that move. Here's a nice chin lock. Wrenching the head. King Neon throws him down like it's nothing. Now they see Nick Alexander. Discus forearm. Did he block it? Knee strike. There's a strike from King Neon. He's communicating with Nick Alexander. What are they coming up with here? Nick Alexander just trying to get D4 down on the ground. I wonder what he and King Neon were discussing here. Probably nothing good for D4. Here's a wheelbarrow. And the jumping complete shot from Nick Alexander. He told us that that move is going to play. What a kick to King Neon. He told us that that move is going to play a big role in his moveset as the ref gets a 2 count for Nick Alexander. D4 wisely trying to get out of there. Almost fell. Nice strike from Nick Alexander. He's a great striker. Nice drop kick. D4 probably needs this time to recuperate and recover after that complete shot. Nice leg DDT from Nick Alexander. Last week, his match against the White Frijole Gabriel Valdez was subpar to say the least, but he did put on an impressive showing. Here comes D4 with a knee strike. And there's a kick. He's trying to take everybody out, saying, get up. King Neon says, you're not putting me on my face. But there's a perfect drop kick pulled off by D4. His motto is strike with precision. A nice drop kick to the face of Nick Alexander. He's really taking control of this match. Could be going for the Sweet Dreams backbreaker, but he doesn't get it. Vertical suplex there from King Neon. King Neon did say in a backstage interview that he has a new move he's trying to unveil this week on AWE Next Level.
Get it back in the ring. Come on.
The ref has zero authority in this match. It is a triple threat. That means no disqualifications, no countouts, no rope break. The first person to gain pinfall or submission will go on to face Henry Mack for his AWE World Championship. Nick Alexander wisely throwing one of his opponents into the other as he strikes D4 in the back with a knee. Don't know if he got all of that step-up enziguri. If he did, King Neon's taking it like a champ as he's taking these chops. D4 is spending a lot of time on the outside in this match. I think that's wise, though, in his case. As Nick Alexander goes to pick the leg, doesn't get much of it. D4 knows he's trying to keep his body fresh, let these guys beat and batter each other, come in when the time is right, make sure nobody gains pinfall or submission. There it is. Nice rolling senton there. What's he going for? Double stomp on Nick Alexander's stomach. He'll be hacking up a lung tomorrow. Knee strike to the back with authority. Misses the drop kick on King Neon, and King Neon gonna go for a cover. Gets a quick 2 count, but that's it. There's a strike. Whiffs that strike. Doesn't whiff that kick though. D4 trying to keep his focus on both competitors at the same time. Not let anybody out of his sight. There's a V trigger on the outside to King Neon. You can see this match has already taken so much out of D4. As he runs up, that attempt at a kick was fruitless as Nick Alexander saw it coming. Both King Neon and Nick Alexander were upset last week after taking losses to this man D4. Especially Nick Alexander, because he said it was pointless for D4 to break up what could have been the termination of Henry Mack's chances last week. He said the fact that D4 pulled him off and hit the Sweet Dreams backbreaker on him was the most stupid move he had ever seen in his life. He said that it should have been him and D4 fighting for that championship and not Henry Mack. As D4 scrapping with King Neon, looks like he may have ripped his pants. Drives D4 right into the side of the ring there. Nice elbow smash. Another elbow smash. Feint attack. Super kick to the chin, the jaw, whatever part of the face he wanted, I guess. He set him up perfectly for Nick Alexander to pick the bones right there. D4 still spending time on the outside. He wants to make sure he stays fresh. Fresher than the other 2 opponents, that is. Maybe not. Just gets the double run-up spear. What a nice way to take down both opponents. 1 and 2. Got a 2 count kick out.
1, 2.
Says why not? Let's cover up the other opponent, but he also gets a 2 count kick out. In utter disbelief that both of them could kick out of such a high octane move, as he's getting kicks to the chest, Daniel Bryan goes for the spinning kick, gets caught by King Neon. What awareness to be able to catch both feet. Now he looks like he might be going for a submission of some sorts while D4 is grounded. Now remember, there are no rope breaks, so it will do D4 no good to try to get to that rope. He's going to have to either wait on Nick Alexander or just... Yeah, that's what he did. He waited on Nick Alexander to break it up. Using every resource that he has, even if it's his opponent.
Come on, what about it? No! No!
You can hear him agonizing over the pain which his ankle and his knee and his entire leg are in right now. Fighting out of this one. It doesn't do much good though, because Nick Alexander still has a hold of that foot. Good thing King Neon was there for the save. D4 rolling out again. Spending a lot of time outside. I think it's a good strategy myself.
Come on, what do you say?
You can see he's limping on that leg, trying to get some blood flow back to it. Treating it very gingerly, that right leg of his. Goes for the elbow drop. Don't think he got all of it. In fact, he didn't get any of it because he's in an armbar now. But there's King Neon with the body splash to break it up, trying to deal some damage to both opponents. Now remember, this match is no disqualifications, so weapons can be brought in to this match. There's a nice frog splash from D4. Good thing Nick Alexander got in there, because we know that's a huge move in the arsenal of D4.
What do you say, King Neil?
V trigger, what impact!
Oh my God! Oh!
Was he going for the half Nelson slam? D4 hit the mat with such a recoil, he had to come back and land on his face.
Two count.
You can see the punishment that D4's been put through, plastered on his face. He's just lumped over like a dead dog or something, just waiting to be ran over. Goes for the powerbomb. No! Hurricane Rana. How did he have enough energy to pull that one off? Nice drop kick. He's about to run the table on these two. Looks like he's going for a big move here on King Neon. Goes for the Swanton. And as we know, King Neon looks out for that Swanton. Every time he's in the ring with D4, he knows. D4 having to treat that back, treat other injuries as well. But King Neon not going to give him the time of day. Straight right punch. But as we know, D4 is a bit of a striker himself, especially with the fake outs. Oh my goodness, back elbow, kick to the back of the leg. Unorthodox striker. Kick to the back of the shoulder, I'd say. That's what that was. But King Neon just exerting his sheer size and strength advantage over D4. We saw a lot of these last week. Head smash. And what's he going for here? A vertical suplex from the outside. That's going to hurt his back. As you see him grabbing it right there. Kick doesn't quite drop King Neon, but he does enough to give him some separation. D4 has taken, I would say, the brunt of the beating this match. He's been hit with the complete shot. He's been on the outside multiple times. He's been hit with a suplex from the outside. And I have a feeling that's just the beginning of it, as he goes for the backstabber here on Nick Alexander and hits it. You can see how exhausted he is, but he has to win. He knows that that #1 contendership is what he needs. Nice combination strike, trying to get him down to one knee, maybe two. There it is, a knee strike to the back of the head of King Neon, rolling him over for the pin. Nick Alexander said, "Not on my watch." D4 setting something up. Goes for the sliding elbow drop. We saw him hit one of those last week. And this time he willingly goes to the outside of the ring. Wants to leave these two alone. Let them deal out some damage on each other. That could have torn an ACL. Nick Alexander trying to wear King Neon down. Maybe even get him to submit. While D4 is out of the way. King Neon says, "I'm not going to do it." And D4 has a tire. What is he doing with that tire?
What do you say?
As Nick Alexander has this, throws the tire to break up the submission. That's tech savvy is what I'd call it. Now he couldn't have just got that tire to break up the submission with. That wouldn't have been wise Tells King Neon, watch out, I got this. Could be going for a diving attack, but I think King Neon says no. Oh my god, there's no way. He's going for the neon bomb through the tire on top of Nick Alexander. I guarantee you both of those men are going to feel that tomorrow as you see the whelps and marks all over the back of D4. And there's the new move from King Neon. He hasn't given us a name on it, but it's a suplex lift swinging neck breaker. And King Neon is frustrated right now because no matter what he pulls out of his bag of tricks, the neon bomb, which we all know how dangerous that maneuver is, through the tire, the new finisher he just unveiled, he just can't seem to put D4 away. And Nick Alexander wouldn't let him. So he said it's best if I just throw this heap outside the ring and turn my focus. D4 is not a heap. You see him gets up. Very fatigued strike there from D4. But there's the jumping knee trigger. What could he be going for here? There it is, the Uranagi side slam from D4. And he looks like he's got something in mind. Tells Nick Alexander he might want to clear out for this one. And there it is, a perfect 450. Now last week we saw him whiff that one in the match against King Neon. He said, I'm not going to whiff it this time. Brainbuster from Nick Alexander. Series of big moves by these guys. And D4 crawls to break up the pin. He just got planted on his head. King Neon just got hit with a 450 splash. Nick Alexander's got to be the freshest man right now. D4 trying to fight out of this. But knee strike there from King Neon. Nick Alexander just waiting on him to turn around. Complete shot from Nick Alexander. 1 and 2. But D4 crawls to break up the pin. This will officially go down as the longest match in AWE history as of week 2. This is longer than last week's elimination fatal 4-way for the AWE championship. Oh my god, another complete shot. He countered it and he spiked him. And I don't think D4 could have kicked out of that one. Put him right on his neck. Don't think he hit it just right, but maybe more devastating.
You want the Aurora Borealis? You got it.
What is the Aurora Borealis? That's the technical term for the Northern Lights. But he did not hit a Northern Lights suplex. He put him right on his nose.
No. No. Oh.
If you want the story of this match, he rolls out of the ring. If you want the story of this match, you just look on D4's face and it tells the story. Nice kick from Nick Alexander, puts him in the armbar. We know Nick Alexander likes the submission holds. D4 finally back up to his feet. He knows he needs to break up this submission, but he might not have the power, and it's a good thing King Neon fought out of it. He's trying to pick Nick Alexander up. D4 gets a kick.
Hit that.
King Neon says hit that, and D4 hits the swanton. No. King Neon blocked the enziguri, but we know D4 is one of the best strikers in the game today.
One way or the other.
Says King Neon needs to learn respect. And we know what he likes to go for out of this position. V-trigger! Back of the neck. Saying yes, he feels as though he might have this match won, but there's a deep spear from King Neon.
1, 2.
And somehow he only gets a 2 count.
All the whispers done in your mind, they're the wolves nipping at your heels, trying to drag you down when the light is gone. Yeah, now winter is coming, she plays on your soul. Watch how they're mocking, ready to fall, and the pulses are pounding to the sound of the drum. If you finally had enough, turn your fist to the sun. It's time to raise your voices and become one. And now winter is coming, she's praising us all. Watch how they're mocking, ready to fall. Our voices are bounding to the sound of the drum.
Ladies and gentlemen, while you were gone, King Neon managed to hit the neon bomb on B4 and he wisely rolled out, but here he's going for another one on Nick Alexander. Can B4 get back in the ring to break it up? And he can't. King Neon is advancing. He's going to go face Henry Mack at Odyssey for the AWE World Championship. It'll be Henry Mack's first title defense. And the first ever time the title will be defended in AWE. What a match these three just put on, as you can see D4 agonizing over this loss.